Hey there, this is Faris from Ask Faris, and I wanted to take a few moments before we get started on your project to actually just gonna identify who's your dream client. Guys and gals, before we get started, it's very important to identify who you're selling your product to or the audience that you want your message in front of, because without that, we result back to spraying and praying, and that's not what strategic marketing does. And over here at Ask Faris, we believe in utilizing strategic marketing methods to go through and get you the results that you need for your dollars that you're paying in marketing. So with that being said, you're going to go through and see a link on this page. It's going to go through and take you to one of my questionnaires. And in that form, it's very important for you to go through and actually fill out that form in detail. So I want you to eliminate all distractions, any type of distractions. If it's your cell phone, if it's your children crying, if it's your husband or your wife, make sure you eliminate any distractions, because it's going to be very important that you answer these questions very detailed and from a thought-provoking type manner as well. So before we get started, I'm going to go through and just kind of break down the questions that I have for you to answer, and then just a thought process behind on how to answer these questions. So once you click on the link, you're going to go through and actually see just some of your pertinent information. You're going to go through, going to ask for your business name, going to ask for your business website. If you have a business website, great. If you don't have one, just put do not have, and we'll work on that. That'll be a part of our blueprint process as well. Also, if you conduct most of your business online or offline. When I say online, do you sell a lot of your products and services online, or do you actually give particular services to individuals within their home or within the community or at an office setting? So do you perform your services online or offline? Also, if you have a business Facebook page, not asking about your personal page, but do you have a business or community Facebook page? If you have that, please include that name or that URL in there as well. It's going to ask for your full name, your email address, your phone number, and then it's going to bring you to the first question. The first question is, I help blank through blank. So I want to understand, who do you help and how do you help them? Like for example, for me, I help small business owners through Facebook marketing. It has to be that detailed. So if you help small business owners through Facebook marketing, through this and that and this and that, that's too much. I want to go through and I want to use the acronym that one of my mentors actually have coined, the term of FOCUS. Following one course until success. So many entrepreneurs go out there and try to conquer the whole world. And I'm going to raise my hand first to go through and say that was me as well. But we're on a new journey. We're actually trying to remain focused on that one course until we succeed at. So answer that first question. I help blank through blank. All right, going down, you're going to go through and actually see the who. Okay, you're going to see, says you need to put your critical thinking hat on now. Every successful business or entrepreneur must know their ideal customers. You will need to go in detail. The question will help me better understand your customer. So give me a really good idea on who your customer is. It's just like if for some reason you are a divorce attorney, your customer is not the 65-year-old single lady, or it's not the 18-year-old child. So go into detail. Who's your ideal customer? Is it that marriage that's been on the brink for the last 10 years, that infidelity has set in, or that, hey, the family has grown apart, they've tried counseling services, XYZ, so you know your customer. So if you're a donut shop, is your customer that slim, fast, slender lady that's very conscious in her eating habits when it comes to healthy eating? Or is it that person that's always on the go that picks up that cup of coffee and want to grab a donut with that as well? So you need to go through and put your critical thinking hat on to go through and actually let us know who's your ideal customer or your client. What do they look like? Again, using that same scenario, you should be able to have an image of the person or persons who's going to actually utilize your service. So for me, for my Facebook marketing, I know that my ideal age of my clients are from 23 to 44 years old. These are entrepreneurs that are actually looking to scale and grow their business. These are individuals that are becoming more stressed out day in and day out, trying to do everything on their own, and knowing that technology is the way that the future is going, but they may not have that skill set. So they're stressed out. So I understand these are the ones that are working 8 to 12 hours per day on their business or on their side business. So you have to really go in detail. Let me know any and everything that you know about your particular client. What are they passionate about? What keeps them up at night? Are they up at night because they're thinking about the taxes they have to pay at the end of the year, or providing for their family, or stressed out because they did not get a raise, but they know that they don't want to be on this job forever? So you have to really know your customer, your client. You must understand who you're targeting. You must understand what are their pain points as well. What are some of their goals? What are some of their dreams and desires? So let's say if for some reason, like for my customers, my individuals that I like to go through and utilize my Facebook marketing services some of their goals is to go through and scale their business from where they are to actually to another level. Their goal is to go through and increase their sales and actually grow their business or expand their business. So their goal is to go through and take advantage of technologies to actually scale their business forward. So you have to go through and actually think about what are some dreams and goals that your clients are needing. So it could be, let's say if you're a life coach, some of the dreams and goals may be for your particular client, maybe to get their life back on track. Well, hey, Faris, what does that mean? Getting a better job, getting their emotions more stabilized. So you have to go through and decide what you're going to go through and give them, and how whatever you're going to give them is going to help them achieve their dreams and their goals. Next question is, what age range is your client or customer? Again, you have to be able to put a particular age range. You can't say I service everyone. You must go through and actually say, you know what, this is my age range. These are my target audience. This is my sweet spot. These are the ones that I can truly help with my service or product as well. Also, what does your ideal customer value? Do they value money? Which, hey, that's not bad. Do they value time? Would they just rather get their time back? Are they getting tired of actually working 36 hours a day, which I know is impossible, but do they want their time back? Do they want to go through and actually travel more with their family? Do they want that luxurious life? Do they want to be able to purchase the Maybach or the X6? Do they want that or the $2 million home? Is it more so for career growth? I know a lot of my life coaches, some people are wanting more career growth goals or convenience. Okay, if you're working in the senior care industry, is it more so for convenience? Hey, I'd rather have someone come to me, or I'd rather have this service provided because it's convenient. Or is it friendship or success? So you have to go through and think, what does your ideal customer value? And not always money. It's not always money. Where do they hang out at? Okay, it's very important for an entrepreneur to do the research. Where does your ideal customer hang out at? What Facebook groups do they subscribe to? Do they hang out at the mall on the weekends? Do they hang out at Barnes & Noble? Do they actually hang out at the club every week? And hey, it doesn't matter. You have to go through and identify your ideal client, your ideal customer. Do they hang out at the senior citizen community? Do they hang out at church? You have to go through and think about, where does your ideal customer hang out? Because I need all this information, especially when we're going to go through and put a strategic plan in place. I need this right here to be on point so we can go through and map out your particular blueprint. All right, so think about this. Think about a fishing analogy. And this is why I utilize my fishing analogy. If for some reason I wanted to catch a shark, would I go into a local pond down the street to catch a shark? No. I would go into the ocean and I would get the correct bait to catch the shark. If I wanted to catch a bass, would I go to the deep part of the ocean to catch a bass? Nope. I'm going to go to my local pond or lake to go through and catch the bass. So it's very important that you understand where your people hang out. That's why it's so important. Do they hang out in church? Do they hang out at the club? Do they hang out at the grocery store? Do they hang out at the mall? Do they hang out on Facebook inside the AARP community? Where do they hang out? All right. And then you have to think about, what's that dangling carrot? What's that bait that your customer would actually bite at? So just like with the same analogy, would a bass bite at an octopus? Probably so. But that's a bad analogy. So let's say this: will a healthy person, let's say if you own a health and fit club, or let's say if you're a personal trainer, would someone who's 120 pounds, personal in shape, would they be tempted by 6 packs of donuts or a dozen donuts? Probably not. So you have to think about, what is that bait that your particular customer would actually want to go through and use and want to go through and actually take on. And you have to think, okay, how can you attract them? You may say, Faris, okay, now Faris, you're talking a lot. What do you mean, how can I attract the customer? Some people like buy one, get one free. Some people like the 7 steps to changing my life with X, Y, and Z. Some people, they like trial offers. So you have to think about, what type of product could you give or could you discount so that you can get a person to go through and say, you know what, I want to utilize your service. And those, I just want you to identify it. I'm going to come up with ways to strategically put it out there. So you have to think about those type of things. I heard a great man say that amateurs focus on the front end. That means, oh my gosh, I cannot give away that $6 box of donuts because it cost me $6. And imagine if 20 people come in and actually redeem the coupon for a free $6 box of donut. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be out X number of dollars. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. But you know what? Professionals think about the back end. They think, okay, if I give away a $6 box of donuts, and let's say they come in and get that free $6 box of donut, but while they're there, they purchase another one. So now, hey, I've broken even. I've broken even. So now I got a customer that I'm able to give an experience to that could possibly come back and be repeat customers. And when they come back next week or next month, that $6 times 10 months, if one visit per month, that's an extra $60. Imagine if those 20 individuals actually came back 10 times over one time a month over the next 10 months. That's $60 per 20 individuals. So that's where you're going to continue to add value to your back end as well, to your bottom line. So it's very important that we don't focus on the front end. We focus on the back end when it comes to investing in yourself and investing in your marketing and understanding the psychology behind a client as well. Then you have to go through and think, where are you taking your clients? That's why it's so important not to focus on the front end so much. Yes, it may cost for some high-end individuals. I know for me, I'm willing to pay a few $100s for a customer because I know the value that I'm going to bring them. I know the value that they're worth financially for me on the back end as well. So it's very important that you know where you're going to take them, because right now, yes, okay, I do some one-time projects. That's some on my value scale. That's probably the lowest thing I can go through. Well, actually, the lowest thing I can do is probably do personal coaching, which are charged between $150 per session to $350 per session. Okay, so that's the lowest I can go through and do. But hey, let's say if they go from the coaching to wanting a funnel or website created, that can go from everywhere from $1,000 on up. And let's say they go from the website being created to an ultimate Facebook sales funnel marketing campaign, that can go from X number of dollars on up. And let's say if they want to actually just get personally coached, get more one-on-one time with me where I'm actually helping them and actually becoming a part of their business, that's the ultimate value that I can go through and actually give to a person right now. And I can't go through and put a price tag on that right now, but those are those custom orders that I can go through and give them. So you have to go through and think, where are you actually taking your customer and what type of value can you give them along your journey? So let's say if for some reason, just think of it as a dentist. Okay, you know, sometimes we'll actually get that junk mail or we'll get targeted on Facebook. You'll see a free dental cleaning, a free teeth cleaning. If you click here or if you redeem this coupon, that dentist is not dumb. That dentist knows that if he or she can get you through that front door with that free offer, now they're able to go through and take you up their value ladder. Now they can say, you know what, while you're in there, you know what, Faris, you got a cavity back there. Would you like me to fill that? Oh yeah. Well, Faris, you know, since you have dental insurance, it's only an extra $79 to fill your cavity, but guess what? You have 2 cavities now. Bam. Okay, they feel that. And by the way, Faris, I see you had braces before. Are you wearing your retainer? Nah, I haven't worn my retainer in about a couple years. Faris, you know, we can get you fixed for a retainer. That's gonna be an extra $300 or $400, but we can get your retainer right. Bam! See, that's how they get you right there. So now, after I got my retainer fixed, and let's say if I'm a customer for them for another couple years, and then after that, okay, I come back to my 6-month appointment, my 1-year appointment. They eventually give me some teeth whitening and things of that sort. Now I'm more so indoctrinated within this dentist practice, and I'm becoming a customer for life. So now that little free offer, they were willing to go through and charge off that $49 to say, you know what, I see the bigger picture. I see that this individual can be a few $1,000 customer over the lifetime value of his service as well. So it's very important as professionals that we focus on that back end. We know where we're going to take our customers. So if it's your goal to go through and continue to have a repeat customer over and over and over again, you may have to go through and actually entice them. You may have to go through and intrigue them to come actually give your business a chance, because ultimately they can actually produce way more revenue than you spending out on the front end as well. All right. So with that being said, of course, go through and think about, okay, you have to really go through and think about your customers. With this exercise, it's very important that you have a strong visual of your ideal customer. You should be able to name your customer. Your customer's ideal name is Jonathan, and Jonathan is actually 35 years old. He's tired of actually working at his job. He's had some entrepreneurial endeavors in his past. He tried this, he tried that. You should be able to go through and name your ideal customer, and you should be able to go through and visually see this person before you actually start marketing towards that person. So it's very important that you complete this exercise. Don't skip any parts of this. If you need to go back and rewind or fast forward or whatever you have to do to capture this information, go through and do it. But it's very important that you must go through and complete this step before we get started on the next round. So complete this step. Next, email me once you're finished. Include any documents, any type of collateral, any type of brochures, flyers, whatever you've been using, your website. Include that in the email, and then what we'll do is reach out, schedule another appointment, and I look forward to actually working with you more in detail. All right? I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.